Welcome into the Two Dads, One Mic podcast. My name's Taylor. This is Mike.
What's up?
And we are back again from that awesome segment that we just had with Cole the last episode.
Oh, it's so good. That was so fun.
Really good conversation.
Recording that, yeah.
If you did not watch or listen to the last episode, please go visit ColeKleesner.com and see some bomb-ass art.
He's I'm going to say it again. He's a freak.
When you said that, I'm like, you just pause. Just don't say anything else. Just be like, Cole, you're a freak.
And hard stop.
Yes, correct.
Period. That's it.
Right, exactly.
No, that was a lot of fun. He might not realize how often he's going to be on the podcast.
He could definitely be a fill-in or a third-party candidate to this. So
absolutely.
I'm down for that. So as always, we start the night off with the drink of the show. Mike, what do we have this evening?
We have Yingling. So it is finally offered in Wisconsin.
Yes, it is.
After 10,000 years of it not being offered in Wisconsin. We were like reverse spotted cow.
They're in the Dells. Is this correct? The Yingling. Aren't they? I thought they were building a facility in the Dells or something like that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it again, but I could be wrong.
No, but they're the oldest privately owned, continual running brewery in the world.
Yep.
Has great beer. It's one of those you could only get it like into Indiana. Like that's as
just
far
like the
as
Chicago Bears.
Yep. So yeah, we have a traditional lager. I only reference it as Yingling.
Yes.
So I don't know if they have other beers. I've never looked at it. This is what I've always had when I've had a Yingling.
It's the same thing every time.
It's a traditional lager.
Right.
I know what it is. I know what it tastes like, and I can't wait.
Yep. All right. Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That's yummy.
That's the stuff, hostess. Anyways, so
hit us up.
Topic of tonight's show is we want to talk about, and I know it's a very touchy subject amongst the parenting world. We want to talk about gentle parenting. And specifically, we want to talk about old versus new and how gentle parenting kind of relates to all of it and what's a good mix and all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, I think we did a similar type of comparison model in an episode we recorded about marriage.
Yep.
And we compared what marriage was back in the day, what it was for our grandparents, our parents, what it is now, how that's changed, how we interpret it, all that stuff. And we've touched on gentle parenting before. In earlier episodes.
We have, and we just never really got around to doing that particular episode until today.
Yeah. So we want to kind of take the time, give our 2 cents on
our 2/10.
Our 2/10.
Just like Mike.
But like, I also want people to understand, there isn't only one right way to parent.
That's correct.
Right.
100%.
What our views, what we do might not work for you, your child.
Yep. What works for me doesn't work for you.
Right. So everything's a little different. And I think that's one of the biggest things we need to keep in mind is like, we might talk about what works for us or what our viewpoints are. And they might be different.
Yep.
And that's okay.
100%.
And we're not saying that this is the only way or that we're like, I'm not going to condemn someone who does stuff a little differently.
No.
You know?
No.
Unless you're whooping ass. Then I might condemn
whooping that ass.
I might condemn that. But again, you know, that's what parenting used to be. And I'm not saying that was because that was my physical experience. My experience as being parented was more on the gentler side, right? I don't think I ever really got spanked except when like I would get mad and like try to hit my dad or something like that. And then he would hit me back however hard I hit him. Like if I hit him on the leg, he'd hit me on the leg. Like he would just do what I did to him back.
To show like, hey.
Right. And it was never like, oh, come here, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Get over here, like,
give me that fucking belt
yeah,
now.
right. Like it was never that, which I'm thankful for. But so like my experience is that. But let's start at the back in the day.
Sure.
Right? Like, what do you picture when someone says parenting back in the day?
So to me, I feel like when you talk about, and this is more like, I would say, like our parents being parented, right?
Yeah.
And so like I feel even before then, I feel like there was probably a lot of ass whoopings. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's probably belts and hands and other things that parents would use as a form of discipline. Now, like when you talk about school, right? Like there was the nunnery, and there was just parents or teachers in general that would have paddles.
Can we just talk about how seemingly the nuns were the most abusive
100%.
group of teachers and authoritarians?
Now, this is old school nuns. We're talking like very old school, not modern day nuns, right?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I don't feel like the nunnery that's like not as a popular thing as it used to be.
Is nunnery a word?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm making it up. I mean, maybe it could be. Actually, I'm going to look it up. Keep talking.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that is not the term for it. But no, I would be surprised if we still had that type of discipline in almost any form of like regular education.
A nunnery is a building or complex often called a convent or monastery where a community of nuns lives together under religious vows.
No shit.
You're welcome. I'll be here all night.
No, not all night because I'm tired as shit.
Amen. But no, so I mean, yeah, so like you are right. Like nuns back in the day were very abusive, essentially. And that shit definitely would not fly in today's society. I feel like when we'll get into the modern day parenting here in a little bit, but I feel like kids back then were scared shitless, right? And I think that to me, it's one of those where that used to work and that was acceptable back yonder. And so I feel like parenting in general, not because nuns aren't parents, but like I feel like just the parenting side of that also was a relatable situation.
What did you say about nuns being parents?
They're not parents.
Well, yeah.
You're right.
I thought that for a second, I thought there was question.
Oh,
like,
no.
It's like, well, there's not much question in there.
No, there's no question.
They are not parents.
Just a statement. But yeah, so I think like the parenting side of that too, back yonder, is probably a similar aspect of how they would discipline a kid.
And
not all, but some.
So was that? Do we think we've improved? Like, is what we do today, is that better than what happened back then? And I'm asking the question for the point of discussion.
Is that a pisser pot?
That's a pisser pot. We're close enough too.
Oh my God.
That's close enough.
All right. Cheers to that.
I'll take that.
To answer your question, no. I don't think that we've improved enough as a society, parental society, because I think that there are a lot of kids that, and we'll get into this because I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time now, but there's a lot of parents that allow their children to be dicks, and they're without repercussions of being that, right? Like I've always told my children, you're never going to leave this house and disrespect an adult at school. Never. It's never going to happen. And if you do that, this is what's going to happen instead. Like I will drag you and your little behind to the school, and we will apologize, and we will write a letter. Yep. And whatever else I decide for between then and there.
Yeah, I have a thought.
Sure.
And it came from watching a clip. As we kind of discussed this beforehand, all of a sudden I started getting fed clips of not necessarily parenting, but more theories of how to be an adult, in the mindset of a parent, right? And I almost I asked the question of is what we're doing is like kind of general society, right? Are we doing better than what it was back in the day, which was you do what I say, you don't talk back, or I'm gonna beat your ass. Right?
In that regard, yes, we have improved most likely as a
Right.
society.
But hear me out. Have we just gone too far? Right? Like on the continuum of like over on the left side is whooping ass. The switch, all that stuff,
Yep.
like the belt, the paddle, all that stuff over here. And then we have what we constitute as gentle parenting today, which to me, I constitute the gentle parenting as the overboard, you do whatever you want and like whatever makes you happy, you do. Like kids still need structure. I think the gentle parenting has gone too far, right? We need something in the middle.
Yes.
Where we're not abusing and traumatizing kids.
I feel like what we do, and I'm going to put you in this conversation because we both see we both see it enough from each other's sides where it's like somebody's getting yelled at, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But what led up to the yell, right? And that's the biggest thing. And that's when you talk about the middle, and I think that's a great point, where it's like you're not whooping somebody's ass. That's not going to happen.
Yep.
But what you're doing is you're trying to give them an ample opportunity to correct the error or mistake that they are currently making. So like, for example, if they aren't listening, right? And you ask them to pick something up from the ground and they don't do it, and you've given them 3 times, right?
Yep.
Should not take 3 times, right? But again, they're kids and their attention span is like a gerbil.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
But when you get to that 4th time, okay, now I'm going to raise my voice.
Yeah.
To a point where if you're still not going to listen, then I'm going to get louder every time you don't hear me. Because it shouldn't have to be that, but that's what sometimes it takes to get the kids to pay attention to certain things. Now, that's not all the time, right? Like you may be like 2 times in, hey, pick this up. They don't do it, pick it up, they do it.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah.
But there's days, and a lot of parents who potentially see this or listen to this can understand where it's like, okay, I'm going to lose my ever-forsaken mind if this kid does not listen to me the 5th time that I've asked them to do something. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, and part of the expectation that is put on us as parents is to, when we're talking about gentle parenting, is operating void of taking into account our state of mind.
Yeah.
Our frustration for the day, our patience tolerance, our how quick our fuse is that day or that moment based on what we've had going on today, other stressors that we have, right? So, well, sometimes, which is to me one of the hardest things of being a parent is trying to respond appropriately to whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
When you're asking them to pick it up, yes, you want them to pick something up. You want them to pick this object up, right?
Yep.
You've asked them 3 times, they're not listening. It's driving you bonkers.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, 100%.
But depending upon the rest of the day or the rest of that week and how things have been going, that a lot of times will help dictate the level of yelling, the level of your tone, like your tone of voice. And I'll be the first to admit, and I do this with my kids often. I'll lose my shit like I did the other day at the gym when my second oldest was just a space cadet.
Can we sidetrack for a second? Can I tell that story to the audience here?
From your view, please.
From my point of view. Okay, so We joined a gym recently. It's a new gym for us and my family, and it's been great. And we decided that we wanted to have Mike here and his family try to give it a try. And they've been thinking about potentially signing up,
Mhm.
you know, here eventually. They got a day pass. And so with that day pass, we all went swimming. And like, there's just some days where it just be like this, you know what I mean?
It
Where
just be
it
like
just be like this.
Yep.
And so the kids get in, they do their guest pass. We're getting to the locker room. It's a family locker room. My family gets dressed. Mike's 3 other kids all dressed and ready. Mike is dressed and ready. And then all of a sudden, Mike's second oldest is standing there, fully clothed,
Still in his winter coat.
just still
his backpack
in his winter
on.
coat, staring directly at Mike. And he, like, you could tell there's something wrong.
And I just looked at him like, what's up?
Yeah. And he's like, I need to get dressed. And Mike's like, I know you need to get dressed.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Solve the problem.
Well, these lockers that they were putting their stuff into, he accidentally locked because they're like a number system.
Yep. You can like set your own code. There's a little procedure to do it.
He couldn't remember the code. And the look on Mike's face was like, what the fuck are we doing today?
I am surprised. Now, I'm not necessarily proud of my how much that was driving me nuts and my reaction towards him. I was proud that I didn't beat his ass. No, it was one of those, like, I just need you, like, you can get your suit, you can get your we brought a basketball in a bag, like, just get your own stuff together. You're 9, you can do this.
So my wife and I are standing there, and I say to my wife, I'm like, let's take all the kids. So we have Mike's 3 kids and our kids. And let's just go to the pool. Mike will see us. It'll be all good to go. And then we turn around, and Mike's voice just like gets louder and louder and louder.
I was slowly dying inside.
So, anyways, sorry, sidetrack. We'll get back on track now.
So I will a lot of times have a reaction like that or something.
Yeah.
I am not regulating my emotions.
Same.
Well,
I feel you on that.
But you know, we're trying to teach our kids how to regulate their emotions. That's what they're learning, and that's what this kid right now. His biggest thing is you ask him a question, and he goes from 0 to 9,000%, and all defensive and stuff like that. And it's like, dude,
I'm just asking a question.
Like, I just asked a question. It was a matter of tonight. It was a matter of, you know, hey, you didn't take your vitamins and fiber gummies and stuff last night. Like, make sure you take them tonight. And he's like, well, I took them last night. It's like, no, I put 4 piles.
Right. You're already putting
one
it
for
out.
Each kid. Like, I put it out on the counter. As I'm putting my youngest to bed, I sent an announcement on our Alexa.
Yep.
And said, boys, please take your multivitamins. My oldest took his, and then the other 2 didn't take theirs. So I'm like, okay, like, it's not a big deal. It's not like it's a crucial prescription. Like, it's a multivitamin and some fiber. That's it.
Just to get you shitting.
Right, get you shitting.
Get you right.
If he doesn't get that, he's not a shitting. And then that's when he plugs my toilets. But no, so it really wasn't a big deal. I'm just like, yeah, like, take them tonight. Like, make sure you take them because you didn't take them last night. And he just goes off the rail, right? So, like, we're trying to teach how to regulate emotions. Also, I'm not that good at regulating mine. Right? Like, like, to be honest, when shit's hitting the fan, when I'm trying to get the 4 kids ready to go swimming, and this is part of the reason why my wife gives me shit all the time, because if I'm home with the kids or like have a day where I'm solo on the kids, I stay home. I don't go anywhere. Like, they can play, they can do their own thing. They have neighbors to play with.
And you know what? That's
stuff like that.
And that is totally.
My wife is like, we need to get up out this fucking house right now. We need to go do something.
Yeah.
Keep them occupied. I'm like, that stresses me out too much. Right? So, like, first step is admitting it.
Right. That's correct. Good for you.
I admit it, right?
Proud of you.
I know. But this instance, I told my wife, we're just not gonna go today. Like she was doing something else in the morning, and I was just like, you know what, like we don't need to go today. We'll just leave it be.
Yeah.
And then you guys text like, hey, we're going. Are you guys gonna join us? I'm like, well, that would be fun. Like
Like, let's
I'll
try it.
do it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Makes sense.
kind of spur of the momentum thing. But the expectation for our kid to handle their emotions when I still struggle doing that myself is a little kind of unfair, right? They're still learning, and they learn from us and what we do more than what we tell them.
Yeah. Okay.
Clearly,
Right.
because I
100%.
tell them all sorts of shit and they don't remember it. Like, hey, get dressed before we go in the pool. Take off your winter coat before we go in the
lock
pool.
the locker.
Don't lock the locker. Right? Like,
Yeah.
that stuff doesn't
Yeah.
sink in. So I will, a lot of times after I get through a situation and I've been allowed to remove myself mentally from it and like kind of step back and be like, all
Yeah.
right, I didn't handle that well. I'll go talk to the kids and be like, you know what? I need to apologize to you. Like, because I didn't handle that well. That's a piss or pot. Cheers.
Yeah, sure enough.
And I'll explain to them, like, this is what I did wrong. This is why I'm saying this. Like, I'm sorry. But when in this situation, like, you are old enough to be able to do XYZ, like, have a conversation about it.
Stop being a pain in the ass.
Yeah. It's so hard. But and I think the parenting level, like the not gentle parenting, right? Not way on the spectrum of that, but not on the other side of the spectrum of just whooping ass just to whoop ass.
Whoop ass.
Is somewhere in the middle. And
Oh, you know what we should do is put like a segment of like Stone Cold Steve Austin and be like, what do he used to say? Fuck. Open a can of whoop ass. That's what he used to say. Yeah, correct.
Yep. But being able to self-correct and self-reflect as a parent, I think is important. And I think our generation is starting to do that more, where we can look back and be like, ooh, I fucked up there. Right? Like, next time I need to. Or like in the past, I feel like it's been like, and maybe we ask people who were parented in, older generation.
Sure.
To see, like, do you think that this was happening, this type of like, because I feel like where like our grandparents parented our parents,
Yep.
like, I don't think they're looking back and be like, I shouldn't have spanked his ass so hard. He got what was coming.
He got that
because
whooping.
he didn't do exactly what I said when
Yep.
I said it, all that stuff, right? But I feel like the emotional baggage that comes with that eventually, as you become an adult, then that carries. And then now we've like swung, the pendulum has swung, right? And
Like,
now everyone's
drastically
too
swung.
concerned about how little Johnny is going to react to it. And I feel like getting somewhere in the middle where you can find the balance of like, I'm gonna acknowledge your emotions as a kid. What are you feeling? Tell me, like, have that open line of communication. Because I'm not saying that my parents didn't have an open line of communication with me on that
Sure.
stuff. But I think naturally I just didn't communicate any of that. Like, I don't know that it was anything, like, I can't remember, like, oh yeah, if I spoke up, that was it. Like that, I just got in more trouble. So I don't remember any specific thing like that, but I think just naturally I just hold it in and just wouldn't share any of that, because, and now I see my son doing the same thing. I can tell he's like visibly upset, but he literally won't talk. I've sat there for 45 minutes, just like, hey, whenever you want to talk, I'm here. And he literally will just sit there and scowl and stare at the same point on the wall the whole time.
Sure.
And it's hard to get any sort of like, hey, what are you upset about?
Yeah.
Right. So try to be conscious of that. But being able to self-evaluate and like correct and be like, okay, that was bad. How I did that there. But then also being like, all right, little Johnny, you can, like, this is the expectation.
You can shut the
you can take this can of whoop ass. But no, like, you can still set clear boundaries and expectations.
That's correct.
And have them have the natural consequences without literally a scarred ass.
So let me ask you this question then. So that's like, obviously we're talking old school versus new school here. So I want to know from your perspective, when, like, for me personally, I'll be honest, the gentle parenting thing drives me, like the just strictly gentle parenting drives me nuts.
Oh yeah.
And I know I need to practice probably more of that, just because I catch myself being all nuts. But at the same time, it's like, man, like I've already told you 15 fucking times to get this stuff done and you're not doing it.
Yep.
So when is it okay for me to lose the control and to be able to be like, okay, now I'm yelling or having to get my point across in a loud, bearing voice?
And that, I think, setting up those natural consequences for them and following through is how.
And that's the thing that I don't do enough of
on gentle parenting, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the way we parent, because they're pretty similar parenting styles.
Yeah.
The way we parent, which is more of a communicative way of parenting. Like, we're going to talk this through. We're going to figure this out. I'm not just going to beat your ass. But I feel like my grandparents would say that's gentle parenting.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're saying gentle parenting, the farthest point on the spectrum of gentle parenting is not holding your kid accountable, letting them do whatever they want, whenever they want, let them control you, which in sometimes you have to do that to save a moment.
Well,
but overall, you're the adult and setting the clear expectations of, like, you know, let's use an example. And I heard this in one of the clips I saw recently. You got to go to Aunt Jemima's 85th birthday party. Kid's not going to have a whole lot to do there. It's going to be boring for them. They're not going to want to go. You sit down and say, look, this is what we're doing. They're going to complain, hey, I don't want to go. And you let them do that. Be like, all right, cool. I know you don't want to go, and I'm sorry that this isn't fun for you, but this is a family commitment. Our whole family's going. So, like, tell me, get all your frustrations, all your whining and stuff. Get that out of the way now, because we will not have it there. So, like, holding those expectations and allowing them to still communicate those feelings, I think is important. But also having the spine to say, no, you're still doing this. Like, just because you don't want to do it, you're still doing it. Right. And not letting them dictate that. Like, oh, we can't go because little Johnny
and that's what
doesn't want to go.
I guess for me, it's like, that's what drives me like bananas. And maybe I worry too much about my own, like, maybe I worry too much about other people's problems, right? And I feel like that's like a common thing for most people. Is
explain that more.
So, like, for example, if I go to the park, okay, and I take out my kids and my wife's there with me, and I see another kid disrespecting his parent, it fucking drives me bonkers. Like, I feel almost obligated in that scenario to walk up to that kid and be like,
whoop their ass.
Well, no, number one, but number two, but I feel like it's an obligation for me to walk up to this kid and be like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, the heck is matter? You know, what's wrong with you, dude?
And or talk to the parents and be like, you're going to let him do that?
Don't let him walk all over you. Right. And it's like, this is where I think I've gotten better at communicating the line in the sand, right? Because love my mom to death, right?
Yep.
But my mom and I are pretty close in age. Okay. She's not fairly on the younger side. Don't ever tell her I said that. But like we're we're friends. She is like, I respect the mom thing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But like we are definitely, because we are so close in age, we have more in common as like a friendship would have in common.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm on this spectrum here. It's like, I want to be a fun parent. I want to do the cool shit. But at the same time, I can't just let that line in the sand just disappear, because there needs to be a boundary, right?
Yep.
Because if they're saying something to me in a certain way, I don't want them to say that same thing to a teacher or an adult who may not think that's funny.
Yep.
Or deal with that situation. So, I guess it's one of those where, going back to the gentle parenting part of this, I can't do it all the time.
No.
And I don't think anybody, like any normal individual, really can.
No. Well, there's certain people that do.
That's just kudos.
No,
I mean, to a point. But
I don't think that's healthy, though.
But it's not. That's the thing. It's not
healthy for the child,
right,
or the adult.
100%.
And you're catching all sorts of judgment from me, and you apparently.
Yes, correct.
But no, like having your kid, like our kids control our lives.
Yeah.
But not in the same way that someone who is on the far side of the gentle parenting spectrum.
They control the scheduling part of our lives.
Yes.
But not our lives like other parents would allow their children to control.
They control our lives because we want to do things with and for them.
Right. We want to make it fun.
Yes. That's how they control our lives.
Right. Exactly.
But you can group that into the same category of like, yeah, they control our lives. But, and to your comment about like, you don't want your kids to treat other adults, teachers, coaches that way. Two things. The fact that you have that concern means that you're doing something right.
True. Yeah, right? That's a good point.
The fact that you are considering that is tells everyone that your head's in the right spot. Right. The other side of that is your kids give their parents the most shit.
Yeah.
They throw the biggest tantrums with their parents.
Yeah.
They are most disrespectful. They talk back to their parents. They don't do that in public.
No, they don't. And that's
generally speaking.
Well, right? and that's the thing where I think both families of ours in this room, where it would be like, I don't think none of our children, I don't think would ever cross that boundary without realizing like, oh, I should not have done that.
Wisconsinite.
Right. I should not have done that. And now my mom or dad are going to find out, and now there's going to be a consequence of whatever action that may be.
Well, and we've found out that a consequence of writing a letter and going to apologize in person is as effective and as painful for the child.
Oh, 1,000%.
For them to admit to whoever they disrespected
that I messed up.
I did something wrong.
Right.
I'm sorry that I, broke that trust. So however you want to word the apology. Facing the music like that in a respectful way, I believe, is the best way to make sure that that child then grows up to be an adult that can look back at their own parenting styles and be like, all right, well, my parents did this, and therefore I have these habits.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this differently. Because I think naturally, as you become a parent, the only experience you have is the experience you have. Right? So, like, you're going to base your parenting style off of the corrections that you wanted your parents to make.
Yeah, 1,000%.
And I don't think, for me personally, those realizations didn't come as soon as my first kid was born.
Yeah.
Or my second kid was born. Or my third. Or like, it's constantly like, these like lines of aha moments of like, oh, I do this. Like this is how I do that. This is how I cope with that. Or this is how I react in this situation.
Yeah.
Right? Like I stay home because I get stressed out when I'm by myself with all the kids. I just get it just my I ratchet up so high in the stress level.
Crippling anxiety.
Right? So like those things of like knowing, okay, this is why I do it. This is what I do. That's being self-aware, and that's good.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. No,
I think being self-aware and being able to make those corrections is what you should be doing as a father, as a parent, and as a human.
Yeah.
Like this can also apply to your relationships, your professional relationships, how you are as a person, right? Like I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to also like, I'm going to be able to have a conversation with someone and or apologize when I have done something wrong.
Yeah. Like I'll catch, like in the heat of the moment, I'll try to catch myself and be like, you know what, that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said this or that or done this or that. You know, I'm sorry. Don't do that.
Yeah.
In the future type of thing. So, I mean, so yeah. So I guess the biggest thing is from old school to new school, have we made strides as parents? Yes. Have we made strides too far to the other side of the spectrum?
That's my belief, is that
also yes.
Is that we've gone too far of like, oh, I need to protect little Johnny's emotions. I need to do this. I need to do that.
That's not real life.
Right? Like we need to prepare them to handle their emotions.
Yeah, and we will be there as parents to protect them.
Not just guard them from everything.
Correct. We will be there to protect them. But there's learning experiences that I cannot offer that they will have to learn just in passing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be upsetting some days. Something's going to happen and they're not going to know how to handle it. And the first person they're going to come to is us.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to say, hey, thought I heard a pisser pot, but I did not.
No, it's just you hoping. I was going to say something deeply profound and then you distracted me.
And I said pisser pot.
But no, I think, like you said, this spectrum of like, overall, we've gone on the spectrum across this parenting style thing as a society where we used to do it one way, and then somewhere between our parents' generation and our generation, we realized, holy shit, that's really fucking a lot of people up mentally.
Yeah.
Let's do it this way. But then it's like, just like I feel like a lot of things, whether it's politics or whatever, like there's a lot of different things where all of a sudden that pendulum swings and it's like, oh, now we have to be more extreme this way. It's like, no, let's find some middle ground. Let's consider our kids' emotions.
Right.
But also hold them to standards of being kind and respectful and hardworking and all that stuff.
Well, and I think, especially in America, I think that Americans are a very fad country, right? Like
fat or fad?
Fad.
Okay.
Where
also fat.
Right. You know, right both. Where it's like they want to try the new trend and they want to be the trendy parent. And I think that's a detriment to society in general, where it's like gentle parenting. It's the new thing. Join us at 7 p.m. for the Gentle Parenting Power Hour. Brought to you by 97.3 Smooth Jazz.
Smooth Jazz.
Milwaukee. Anyways, but I mean, it's one of those where I think society takes it like a whole nother step to the other end of that spectrum, like we talked about. And I think that's a huge detriment to society just in general for anything, you know, and I think so hopefully like in a couple of years, you know, decade, whatever, we get back to, okay, let's find a solution that's a middle ground because that's what this world is built on, is middle ground.
Well, and I guess one of the things you can hope for is like, okay, our kids or our grandkids, that's weird to think about that someday we're going to be grandparents.
Not far off, buddy.
No, we're not going there. But like to think about like, okay, are they going to look back and be like, what were these yahoos doing with this gentle parenting bullshit? And like go back to just about beating their kids
right,
about
like
shit, like
talk about your feelings.
Yeah, get over it.
Right.
Like it just makes you wonder a little bit. Like, are we going to revert back or have the pendulum swing back? And I think we will, but I think it'll come more to the middle.
Yeah, I agree.
Which I think is where it should be.
Yeah, there needs to be what gets me about the whole gentle parenting movement, right? Where it's we want to make sure that we get everyone's emotions in order and protect everybody involved and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is like when those kids are older, and this, that's not a thing. Like your boss isn't gentle parenting you.
No.
Your boss doesn't give a shit what your emotions are, potentially, right? I mean, there's certain people that are not assholes, but like they're not doing this every day. They're not catering and coddling to your needs, right?
No.
And so I think that's when you talk about middle ground, I think that's a great place to be, because I think that's going to teach kids how to navigate through life and figure out problems that they're going to run across.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
I agree.
I don't know, but
yeah, this is a topic that every parent we have on, we could ask them about their views on this, and every answer is going to be a little different because everyone's experience is a little different,
right? And
that's fine. Like I had someone come up to me today and said, "Hey, I listened to your podcast a little bit. Like, you guys sound great." And I was like, "Well, thank you."
Thank you very much.
But he said, and I want, this is what I want. He said, "I don't agree with all of your viewpoints on everything."
Well, of course not. But we are always open for debate.
But it's a great podcast. I enjoy listening to it. And I said, "Great. I don't need you to. I'm not trying to convert you to follow only my viewpoints. I'm not looking to conquer your."
You mean two dad, one mic isms?
isms. Like, and that's the biggest part of it. And we've talked about this before. Like the ability to have a conversation with someone you disagree with, I think is mostly lost in this country.
Well, and
society,
it goes down the rabbit hole of like politics, right? Where, we can go into that whole topic of conversation. Reality is I think there's a lot of reasons why kids are the way they are, especially in today's society, because you're so polar opposites, and there's no middle ground, right? There's no reaching across that aisle and being like, "Hey, you know what? I know you don't agree with my viewpoint, but this is why I'm telling you the way I feel and the way I think."
Yeah.
Because I think it's important for you to hear a different perspective. You know what I mean? So,
but also, we should all be held to the same standard of just don't be an asshole.
Well, right. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Correct. Well, go ahead.
DBAD. DBAD.
EAD.
Yeah. EABD.
Correct. We'll leave it to the audience for that one.
So, but no, like it just struck me that like, yeah, I'm fine with you not agreeing with everything we say.
Yeah.
And I encourage those people to email us, to comment on,
leave some comments,
like
please.
This. Like,
listen to it. You might as well comment.
We want, these are the conversations we want to have with other people, different viewpoints, different, like, because like I said, everybody's experience is different. So like someone might have had an experience where they got their ass beat and they're like, half the time they're probably going to be just fine. Like, it's not like they're so messed up they can't function in society, right? But their approach might be different than mine or yours or Jim Bob's next door or whatever. Like,
That's what we call our neighbors.
Yeah,
We don't know that. We actually don't know their names.
We just make up names because we gave up on remembering. So,
but what I will tell you though is one other thing we should probably try as parents is smacking. That's what we should try.
Smacking.
And I hear that we have a smacking great deal of 10% off. Is this correct, Michael?
Holy shit, do we ever?
Oh my God! Please explain.
I was on the website today, kind of like shopping for my next order.
Sure.
Right. They have 4 new flavors out right now, like special edition flavors.
This is the first time I'm hearing about the
Get
4 new
ready
flavors.
for this shit. They have their standard, they have, I forgot to count them again. It's at least like 15 to 20 flavors.
T.O., we have to do a pisser pot.
Oh, pisser pot. Cheers. So
15 to 20 flavors.
That's coming up.
Oh,
set that to, okay.
15 to 20 flavors,
So
and you have 4 initials.
You have your barbecue,
your basic bees.
your dill pickle.
Which, by the way, they're not just basic bees. They're delicious as shit.
We're at the point at work where we're out of our seeds. So someone brought in a bag of Bigs, and he's like, I can't eat these all day because the salt just the little cuts you get in your mouth.
Screws your mouth up,
It hurts too much. You can't do it. You can eat smacking literally all day. Trust me, I've done it.
Well, and the biggest thing is just with my experience with smacking is that, with the flavor at the bottom of the bag, that's how you know those are like
it's real flavor.
The real deal, correct.
It's like seasoning you would put on
the
barbecue flavor that's at the bottom of that bag is like the seasoning you would put on
it's like damn near
your ribs.
Dry rub on ribs.
Right. That's what it is. And that you can see the difference right. Like the second you pour a bunch in your hand and pop them in your mouth, you can see it. All the normal flavors, right? I'm not going to list them because everyone kind of knows what standard flavors are.
Yep.
Although their standard flavors include cheeseburger and cheddar jalapeno, which is a banger, cinnamon churro, which is like
that's one of my favorites. The churros.
It's the best.
If you need a dessert, that's the way to do it.
I literally could make a 3-course meal.
And
with
honest to God,
seeds.
like if you're really looking for like a sweet treat or even just like a salty taste, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those where it's rather than if you just ate a dinner or if you had lunch and you're not trying to eat more, this is a great way to kind of take that.
Yeah,
get your taste buds.
Get your fix of sweetness.
Exactly.
Right? And the churro does that for sure. The 4 new flavors or special edition flavors.
Drum roll, please.
Number 1, birthday cake.
Birthday cake.
I'm going to be trying one of those. I got one of those in my cart.
Schniblets. Get your schniblets under control over there.
Nashville hot chicken.
Ooh.
Maybe not the chicken. Nashville hot.
Nashville hot. That's fine.
Nashville hot.
Chicken would just be a plus, but that still sounds good.
It would. I'm worried on that one that it's just going to be too
kind of like Cheetos, like Flamin' Hots.
Yeah, like where like I don't get the flavor I want. Like the jalapeno cheddar, I get the flavor on, but I don't get. I'm worried that's. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to get a bag.
Yeah, you're still going to put it in your mouth, right?
Yes,
exactly,
for sure. But I'm not. I'm not. I'm worried that one's going to be just too hot.
Boiling lava hot.
Boiling lava hot.
So then there were 2 more flavors. Is this correct?
There's 2 more flavors. I'm trying to pull up because I'm blanking on the 3rd one. Oh, the one that I'm most excited about. Mexican street corn.
Oh, I would swear, but
in your mouth,
your mouth,
and like it. So yeah, we have this 10% off. You can.
Whoa! What's the 4th flavor?
Getting to it. I'm
getting excited over here.
I'm trying to buy time while I'm loading everything. Right.
You're filling the void.
Thanks for fucking calling me out now.
Now we're gonna sit here in silence.
Oh, the cheeseburger is their 4th one that is a special edition.
Oh, okay.
I thought they moved that into their normal.
Okay.
It's been around for a hot minute, so I just assumed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sorry about it. So Mexican street corn, Nashville hot birthday cake. and cheeseburger. Are there like special edition?
So now
flavors, right?
we're going to put this in the comment section and we're going to put this in the video, correct?
Yes, it will be in the show notes. It will be, I'll try to comment on and put it in the comments on all our spaces. But yeah, it's www.smackinsunflowerseeds/2dads1mic.
www.
Dot
Dot.
smackinsunflowerseeds.com/2 1 MIC. Put that in your mouth.
Put that in your mouth. 10% off. Back in sunflower seeds.
Get you some.
You're never going to regret it. Now, it's time for what, Michael? Wisconsin or what?
Or no.
So, Wisconsin or no is a segment that we have introduced at start of the year, right?
Yeah, season 2.
Season 2.
Yep.
And so, essentially, Mike or I, and tonight I have a special edition for this, is that we will list facts about Wisconsin. We will do multiple choice questions like I did that one time. And we have to guess, like, is this from Wisconsin or no? So,
By the way, your last Wisconsin or no, I fucking nailed.
you did. You actually
Every
were. You were
single one.
yes.
I was on fucking fire.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right. So I'm going to pull this up, and we are
keep my streak going.
We are going to do this together, and I think it's going to be fun. So we have, I believe, let's see here. We have 15 questions.
Oh shit!
For Wisconsin or no, and it's a true or false. Ready for this?
Yep. Question
number 1: the capital of Wisconsin is Madison.
True.
I'm gonna say false. I'm just kidding. So, we have 3 minutes. Oh shit.
Oh shit. We got to go.
Madison is the most populous city in Wisconsin. True or false? I agree. Wisconsin is the leading producer of ginseng in the U.S.
True.
I was going to say, I want to say true. About 1/3 of all Americans live within 500 miles of Wisconsin. I'm going to say that's false.
That's false. A third?
A third of Americans. That's a tough ass question though.
Yeah.
I'm going to say false.
I'm going to say false because I don't. Is it 500 miles to California?
No, it's more than that.
Yeah, it's like 1,800. Yeah.
The first city, or excuse me, the first ice cream sundae. Wow, I was reading two things at once.
Two Rivers.
The first ice cream sundae was created in this state in the 1880s.
Yes.
Yes, I believe
we just learned
that. Milwaukee County has the largest shoreline of any county in the U.S.
County, no. False.
Okay.
Door County would probably be beat it because they got both sides.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It's a peninsula.
Peninsular. Green Bay is known as the toilet paper capital of the world.
Yes.
Yes.
We also learned that.
Yes, we did.
I am so fucking smart.
Almost all Wisconsin's natural lakes have resulted from glaciers. I believe that is true.
I'll say true.
Yes. There are more than 2 million deer in the state. I don't
more than 2 million?
I don't believe that's the case.
Ooh, we can disagree. Or do we have to pick the same one?
We have to pick the same one. So what do you?
Okay, that's fine.
Do you want to do
say
true?
False. That's fine.
Do you think it's true though?
Yeah, but I'm not that convicted in it. So
I'm gonna do true. I trust your judgment over there. Wisconsin was the 21st state admitted to the Union. I believe that is correct.
I'll follow you on that.
Yeah, that I believe is true. Wisconsin is known as America's Dairyland.
Yes. Fuck you, California.
The state animal of Wisconsin is the cow. That is false.
That's false.
That is the honey badger.
Yep.
The first kindergarten was started in the state. I'll let you answer that one.
False.
The state flag was adopted in 1863 and has not been changed since. I do believe it's been 1863.
Yeah, I'm
gonna say true on that one. Wisconsin is home to the water park capital of the world. That
is to the
yes,
true.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
We should do a spot from there.
Ooh, what do you think we got? How many questions did we get right out of 15?
6.
We got 10.
Ooh.
Okay,
it's not too bad.
Here we go. The capital of Wisconsin is Madison.
Yes, we got that one.
That is true. Madison is the most populous city in Wisconsin. We clicked false. That is correct.
Really?
Yes.
I suppose you got UW there.
Wisconsin is the leading producer of ginseng in the U.S. We chose true, and it was true.
It was one of those facts that I was like,
It
sounds familiar, but
it sounded very Wisconsin.
I couldn't remember if it was like because we're also one of the largest lavender producers.
Yes.
Lavender, and I couldn't remember if it was like ginger or something, or if it was ginseng.
Oh,
like that was
I can see the mix up. About 1/3 of all Americans live 500 miles.
We said false.
Within 500 miles of Wisconsin. We said false. It was true.
Really?
Yes. Wild, right? Because you think the Twin Cities, you have Iowa, you have Chicago, you have Michigan, technically. So, and Indiana, probably.
Yeah, I'd have to look on a map to see how far.
I mean, there's a bunch of states.
Radius.
Which would be a third. That would probably be roughly, probably a third, damn near, with all the other states around it.
Would you get to New York in 5? Like, as a bird flies from the farthest east tip of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, because it's not like from the pinpoint of the center.
No, you just go across directly.
500 miles from any point on the edge of Wisconsin.
Could be.
Not like driving. Like driving is more.
Just cutting across, right.
But like as the crow flies.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's
interesting. A buffalo probably for sure.
Yeah. The first ice cream sundae was created in the state in the 1880s. We said
Fatty knows his facts.
And the fatties were right.
Yeah, boy.
Milwaukee County has the largest shoreline of any county in the U.S. We said false, and that is correct. It is Door County.
Yeah.
Yep.
Physics, bitch. I don't know if that's actually physics. That's geometry is what that is.
Green Bay is known as the toilet paper capital of the world. True or false?
Sure is.
And we said true, and it was right. Almost all Wisconsin's natural lakes have resulted from glaciers. We said true, and that is true.
When you read it like this, it makes it sound way better than 67%.
There are more than There are more than 2 million deer in the state. We said true. It was false.
Really?
There are approximately 800,000 deer in Wisconsin.
Cool. Now you know.
Oh, I thought it was the 21st state. It's not. Wisconsin was the 21st state admitted to the Union. We said true. It is false. It actually was the 30th.
Okay.
So, all right.
Look at us getting smarter and shit.
Hey, Wisconsin is known as America's Dairyland. That is true because we live here, and that's the best.
And my guts will tell you that we consume the most dairy.
The state animal of Wisconsin is the cow. We said false. It has always been false. It is a honey badger or a badger.
I don't know that it's a honey badger.
For the common folk. The first kindergarten. Oh, what the fuck? The first kindergarten was started in this state. We said false. It's actually true.
Okay. All right.
It was opened in 1856 by Margaret Schurz.
Sure.
The state flag was adopted in 1863 and has not been changed since. We said true. It's actually false. It was redesigned in 1913 and again in 1979. So when you're playing drunk trivia, you'll know that this is what it is.
Now you know.
And last question, Wisconsin is home.
Well, that's important because there's lots of people who do trivia at the bars.
Yeah. Right.
In Wisconsin here.
Wisconsin is home to the water park capital of the world. We said true. It's always been
Hell
true.
Yeah.
Wisconsin Dells is the water park capital of the world.
It really is.
And that completes Wisconsin.
I like that version of it.
No. Other than that, Michael, do you have anything else you would like to cover with our lovely, lovely 3 audience members?
No. I do this. Why do I do this? I've noticed this about myself.
Yeah.
I say no and then go into something.
You know what? Let's talk.
Like I actively say no
and then Egyptian tombs.
Immediately start talking about something. No, I'm excited about I feel like I'm saying this every episode, but I'm excited what we have coming down the line.
Yeah.
The planning that we're doing, trying to schedule people to come on, guests to come on.
You want to
Like,
talk about King
it's-
Tut right now, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I could just see it in your face.
Egyptian mummies and shit. That's it.
We got another hour and a half, so please stay tight.
If you haven't noticed, I can talk about anything forever.
Anything. We both can, really. It's a terrible habit to
like
have.
what we're doing right now. We need to sign off of this shit.
Anyways, thanks you for joining us on the Two Dads, One Mic podcast. My name is Taylor. This is Mike. Peace.